Hey y'all, it's Lainey Wilson. St. Jude gives kids with cancer the chance they deserve. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. But we can't help these kids without you.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
The best of the Morning X 99X.
I'm Barnes. That's Leslie. We're deep into Make Us Say Wow. 855-667-6999. That is our number. Good morning, Morning X. Who's this?
This is Davis. What's up, Miss Fram?
Davis, we need a really good wow story.
So I was going to Georgia State, and I'd never skied before, but GSU and UGA had a joint ski trip out to Vail in early December. So I signed up for it, never skied before. I'm out there with some guys that I knew from Georgia State, and about midway through the trip, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, we're skiing in mid-Vail, and there's like nobody out there but us. It was just beautiful. And we're skiing as fast as we can. There's no lift lines. We're just getting on a lift with any random person and heading back up. And after about half an hour of that, one of my friends on the lift, he's like, we're skiing with O.J. Simpson. I'm like, what? So I noticed the guy, athletic guy, and I was like, yeah, it's OJ. I was just on the lift with him. So I'm a big fan, and I mean, he's on, he's running through airports in the Hertz commercial back in the day. This is the 80s. And so I purposely just tried to hang back with him and got on the lift with him the next time around and talking to him. He's super personable, charismatic, I mean, tremendous guy. And he skied with us, I don't know, for several hours, and we're all talking to him from time to time. And I don't know, about lunchtime, he comes with his friend, and we sit at a giant picnic table outside at Midvale. We're eating lunch, and he's telling stories. I mean, he's like nonstop, just, digging the attention, and really cool guy. Well, there was a woman with him at the time. I mean, and she's saying nothing. I mean, it's all OJ. And so we parted ways after lunch. And, this is back, there's no phones, one guy, I think, had a pocket camera and took some pictures. But we all told the story when we got back home, and, oh, cool, great. Fast forward 9 or 10 years, and we're sitting there watching Al Cowens drive around, slowly in L.A. in the Chevy,
That's surreal.
And Nicole's pictures on CNN, and all of a sudden my phone's ringing, and everybody's going like, chills, like, whoa, that was the blonde woman that was skiing with us, Nicole.
Yeah, because they got married in the mid-'80s.
I looked at it the other day. They got married about 13 months after we were skiing together with them. He had retired a couple of years prior and was hanging out in L.A. And
wow.
But it was super creepy. And, I mean, it was just, like, surreal. And then, my phone's ringing for days, and we're all reliving that time, and all we have is kind of our memories in our head, because
no photo.
It's different time period.
Yeah, well, you were in the presence of a killer. I mean, look at that, just the juxtaposition of his personalities, that you saw this guy who couldn't get enough of attention from someone he didn't even know, and then he's killing that person.
That happens.
That allegedly, right? That
allegedly.
He's with, right? Man, great story. Totally agree. I mean, he was as personable and as charismatic a person as I've ever met. That's wild.
Oh, I believe it.
It was super creepy, though.
Wow.
Super chilling, bone chilling. All I'll say is, that day, I remember now that his gloves did fit.
All right. Thank you for calling. We appreciate the call, Davis.
You're welcome.
Got a couple of wows from Barnes. That's fantastic.
That's a wow. I mean, even though it's a cryptic, crazy story, it's still a wow.
It's still a wow.
Hey, Morning X, good morning.
Hi.
Hello. Make us say wow.
I was kicked out of London, England, and banned for 13 years.
No way.
What?
For what?
I sure was. I wish I could say it was like a much cooler reason. Moving to London was my next plan after college. Like, that was my big step, my next step in life. And I was going to be working as a nanny over there. But there are no work visas for American citizens to work as nannies in the UK. And I knew that, but I went anyway. And I told them that I was there to travel when I got to customs. And they didn't believe me. They said my answers were too vague. So they took me into custody at the Heathrow Airport, where they held me for 7 hours, fingerprinted, photographed, got a mugshot and everything, international criminal level. And then they ended up coming back in and told me the good news was I got to stay for 2 nights, but the bad news was I was being sent home and wouldn't be allowed to come back for 13 years.
Wow.
What's your name, by the way?
I'm Catherine.
Catherine.
Yes.
So, Catherine, you just didn't have the proper work permits.
I didn't have a work visa, but they don't exist for U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
But I had all the proof of that I was going to Scotland, I was going to Paris, I was going to Belgium while I was over there. I had everything booked and paid for and everything. And I had proof that I was going to be traveling. I just kind of left out the part about how I was making the money to travel.
By the way, that's a no-no. That is a no-no. This happens all the time, Barnes.
But they're treating you like a drug smuggler.
Yeah, they are.
I know. They had to hold me in a separate room in the custody area because there were actual, scary people in holding as well. So they put me in, the children and family holding area.
Only thing I can think is you just didn't have your story down. When they say you were too vague, did you seem suspicious, do you think?
My dad thinks it's because I was wearing all black and I looked like a terrorist.
Thanks, Dad.
Like a college graduate, 18 years old, going over, and he said, you were wearing all black. I said, I was wearing black yoga pants and a black T-shirt with a cream cardigan on. I didn't look like a criminal.
I gotta say, though, 13 years, being banned for 13 years is kind of severe.
It was a lot, and I don't know how they came up with that number, but they asked if I had how much cash I had on me, and I said I have 50 pounds cash because I don't travel with cash because I'm not foolish. And I said, I have more in my bank account. And they took me with 2 armed guards through the airport to an ATM to prove that I had money in my bank account, but their ATM was broken. And they said I couldn't provide sufficient proof of my funds, and that was suspicious. They went through all of my luggage. They took my phone. I was secretly texting my mom before they took my phone just to let her know what was happening.
Wow.
Sounds like they're making an example out of you.
Apparently, yeah.
Did you ever go back?
I actually think it expires this year, or maybe it was
time for tea and crumpets.
Maybe it was fall of last year. Yeah, but I eloped to Italy to get married, and I was really nervous about getting into Italy with this on my record. So I called Heathrow Airport and gave them my case number and everything, and asked am I going to be able to get through with this wedding dress and all the stuff I have planned for that? And they said, yeah, you might be asked a few questions, but as long as you're not going there to marry a citizen of Italy, you should be fine.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't have even flirted with that. I'd be nonstop to Italy.
I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
That's a wow story. Thank you.
Thank you.
A little nervous. Thanks for having me, guys.
We love having criminals on the show. Thank you very much.
I know. Look me up. I know a few people.
Make us say wow.
The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. Wow. 99X.
Welcome to Next Roll. I'm your host, Vernon Davis. Okay, y'all, thank you. That's enough. Please welcome Ryan Sickler.
There's nothing that's made me feel better at my worst than laughing. It's changed my whole life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Char Jackson. Would you rather an Oscar and make $5 million or no Oscar and make $50 million?
Give me that Oscar.
Oh, my goodness.
Next Roll isn't about what's next. It's about why they do it.
That's powerful, man.
Next Roll with Vernon Davis. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.